Hey, what's up, all you sexy YouTube Whoa, I've been watching way too much Brandon Herrera recently. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's been a while since I posted a video, and I'm excited because I finally got one of my lifelong favorite guns, one of my dream guns, if you will, that I've wanted since I was a kid. I haven't posted in a while. I don't really post very many videos, but I wanted to show this to you because it's something I've always wanted. Let's see if you can guess what it is. You see that? It says Kimber on the box. What do you think it is? Well, if you guessed 1911, you are correct. This, my friends, is a Kimber Custom 1911 45 ACP. The handgun I've always wanted. Of course, it is empty. You can see there the chamber is clear. Oh, that is a beautiful piece of Americana right there. You know, I was born in the early 80s, and everybody had 1911s. This gun has been around in some iteration since 1911, right? If I get some hate from some of the 1911 haters out there, that's fine. I use the comparison, the 1911 with its standard 7-shot magazine, big, heavy, fat gun, right? It's not a very practical gun, let's be honest. By modern standards, a Glock or a SIG P320 or one of these high capacity 9mm is probably a better gun, in the same way that like a turbocharged 4-cylinder or a Turbo 6, EcoBoost is a better truck than a 5-liter or a 350 Chevy or 5.7-liter V8 or something like that. The Kimber is a great brand. Some of my friends kind of bust my balls a little bit because they call it jewelry. The Kimber, it's kind of the jewelry of the 45s, but I mean, oh, it's so smooth. That slide, that trigger pull, everything about this gun is just, I love it. The beaver tail, the sights on it are awesome. It shoots so smooth. The 230 grain 45 ACP, big, fat, just 850 feet per second. I mean, this thing's been around for a long time. And it's just an awesome caliber. It's an awesome gun, and I love it. I love it so much. Would it be my everyday carry gun? No, of course not. But it feels so good to shoot. It's actually more accurate than my EDC. I've filmed videos about my everyday carry gun, which is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9. I carry that thing everywhere I go. I wear it all the time. That is my everyday carry gun. It's very reliable. But this is just awesome. This is like an old double-barrel shotgun, or a Colt 45, Peacemaker, or like I said, the Americana, the 60s muscle car V8. There's something about the 45 ACP that you just can't replace. Something about that feel of that metal in your hand and the weight of the gun and that big, fat, slow-moving 230 grain projectile. It's just awesome. It feels good. It looks good. It's mean. It's nasty. And it's sexy. And there's something cool about these guns. I like this one specifically because of the walnut stocks, or the rosewood kind of grips, I should say. It's got kind of this brushed stainless steel on the bottom and the two-tone with the black on top. It's got the thick grips on the top, on the front of the slide and the back of the slide. Obviously it's a Kimber, so it's got all the high-end upgrades like the trigger and the hammer. And it's just, everything about this gun is so smooth. Easy to use. It's a big frame gun, so my wife probably couldn't shoot it. I mean, I've got pretty big hands and I can barely reach the slide release. But it's awesome, And, 45 ACP is not as popular as it used to be. Everyone's got 9mm. 40 S&W is probably more popular these days than 45. But something about that 45, man. I'm probably not going to shoot it very much, but this is a gun that I will pass on to my kids whenever I finally have them. And I got some of this ammo too. 45 auto. This is the Winchester Defender. This is the only self-defense ammo that I have for it right now because it's kind of hard to find. Ammo has been expensive and hard to find recently. So here's the backstory about me getting this gun. As I mentioned, I've wanted one ever since I was a kid. But, one of the things is when I decided to finally get a 45 and I saved up some money, And this gun costs almost $1,000, if you can believe it. It was about $879 retail, plus tax was like 9 something, 930, 950, something like that out the door. And here in Texas too, so that's probably a pretty good price, because if you got this in California or some other state, it might be a lot more expensive than that. But I couldn't actually find full frame 1911s. I looked for a while. You know, during COVID and everything, gun sales have gone out the roof. And specifically 1911s are in very high demand. They're hard to find. So when I was calling around the gun shops and I couldn't find them, and I don't have a lot of time because I work a lot, so I couldn't really go to a gun show and go shop around that way. So I went down to Academy Sports one day, and they didn't have any. They just had a small frame 1911 9mm, which I was absolutely not interested in. And then the next couple of days later, I called back asking about hey, what's the process about ordering a gun off your website? And they're like, well, what are you looking for? And I said, well, I was looking at this Rock Island 1911, you know, kind of the lower end, $500-600 range. And they go, well, you know, well, why Rock Island? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking for a full-size 1911. And they go, well, we actually have a Kimber in stock right now. And I said, I'll be there in 15 minutes. And I showed up and I bought it. And I walked out 20 minutes later. Another great thing about living in Texas. So anyway, I'm very happy with it. I just wanted to show it to you. I took it to the range. I put about 100 rounds through it. Super smooth. One of the smoothest guns I've ever shot. Didn't jam once. No problems. Just beautiful and smooth and wonderful. And I'm so glad I got it. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.